Hello, I'm happy you're here. We're leaving our Airbnb today. I've just woken up. I've been scrolling a little bit, probably too much. So I'm trying to talk myself into getting up for the last day. It's gonna be hard to say goodbye. We've loved this Airbnb. It's been perfect. It's been a perfect little bubble. So I'm just chilling here. Gotta check out the window one last time. Oh, it was raining this morning. Now it looks like it's cleared up a bit. We open it up, will we hear the sheep? The sheep are quiet. The rare car passing by. We're going to work on finishing up the food we bought for our stay for this morning for breakfast. And then we're gonna finish packing up and get on the road. We're just gonna take like a little stop by a Tesco so that way I can grab some bits and bobs for Dave from the grocery store. So it's time to get going. It's time to get a move on. It's time to charge this battery. We'll address the hair in a minute. It's still whatever this is from sleeping in it, but I forget that this is one of my shorter cut crop tops, but these are some of my higher waisted pants, so it works. I'm just emptying the dishwasher. Raquel talked about this a little bit in her videos, so don't forget to go watch hers as well. You can see this whole weekend from her perspective, but she mentioned that we've kind of all just settled into our roles since we've been here. Katie-Rebekah's been doing the cooking. Raquel is doing the prepping and the setting up, and I've been doing the dishes and the cleaning up bit. As far as our shared, like our combined meals have gone, because I joked that I was like, oh, I'm getting the princess treatment, but I promise I'm doing stuff. I'm very happy that for like one weekend I didn't have to prepare meals for other people. At home, I'm constantly preparing somebody else's food or myself food. I feel like I just don't even bother leaving the kitchen area because I know somebody's gonna ask for a snack or food. So I've just made some water hot. I've packed up my suitcase. Everything is all in it and zipped up. I still need to pack my carry-on, but I don't need to pack it too super well just because obviously I have another night. Also, if this is your first video, I'm in Wales for the weekend and I'm leaving tomorrow. They're dropping me off in Manchester tonight and I'm staying in a hotel so I can fly out tomorrow. What it is about vacation that makes these chores seem less daunting? I don't know if it's like the feeling of having like that more of a roommate dynamic than me feeling like I'm grinding away every day doing the dishes, or if it's just the fact that everything in the Airbnb is just what you need and it's not full of more stuff that we've drug in and accumulated. Ta-da! This has been my designated little corner every morning since we've been here. This chair, which is very inconvenient for anyone who's trying to get a single dish or cup, because to get anything over here you have to open this side first and then this side, so it gets very crowded in here. It's time to sign the guest book. I've just been reading through some of them. I love the kids signing it. So precious. Let's go read real quick. I didn't manage to do any reading yesterday, but we did end up poking around a bookstore for a very long time, which was beautiful, wonderful, love it. We're dividing up all the rest of the food, so we
I think the things that we're leaving behind, maybe we'll just move into this cupboard.
I don't think we ended up leaving anything behind, no.
I
I think we got the perfect amount of food other than
cereal.
Other than the cereal, which were just meant to be little tries.
Yeah.
Little tasters. We've done the recycling. We're just doing our last little bits, loading up the car, and I am going to miss this view so much. I love it, and I can't explain to you why, because I live in nearly the same thing, except for with more trees. I'm into Tesco so I can buy stuff for Dave. I am not even sure, like, sweet-wise what he would want, so I'm trying to think about what the kids might like.
Those are always nice.
Yeah,
Ooh.
that's a go-to.
Probably get buttons, huh? Probably not the dark
Well,
ones.
buttons was always like my
Normal,
go-to.
like milk.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was always the snack we chose for.
Katie-Rebekah holding everything for me.
Basket.
It's time. It's bye time. It's so sad.
We made
It's bye.
Get the content.
I know. Oh, we're leaving. It's separation time. My hotel's over here. Check-in was easy, and then they handed me 2 warm cookies. Now to become an octopus and try to handle this. There must have been a better way to do this. Struggle bus. Now that I'm a little bit more organized, let's take a little look at the hotel room. We've got a little cupboard right here. We have little shelvy bits. Over to the right is the bathroom, pretty standard. It's got really nice lighting, like I like this mirror, and then it has here the mirror where it makes you question everything you've ever done. This one, where you don't want to stand too close to it because you're afraid of it. And then come in, and we've got the room. We've got a queen size bed. I love this little couch. I would guess that it would pull out. Yep, it is a pull out. Nice little glass table, cute little chair moment, little fridge, drawers, a desk. Oh, okay, double mirror moment. Ah, okay, that's fun. Let's give one of these cookies a try, and then we'll try to get on the internet. The fact that it's warm really elevates it for me. Now, all that's left to do is decide what to do for the rest of the day because it is 11:30. It's 11:30, but I would like to check out the fitness center, but I think I'm gonna wait on that for a while. So I might just sit back, relax, read, chill, maybe do some stuff on my laptop, and eventually we will have to do the repack to get all the snacks I bought at Tesco's. So, and I can't believe my trip is over. It's been such like a nice time. Like it has met and exceeded all of my expectations of meeting both of them. It was so easy. We have also known each other online since like 2016, so it's been a long time, but this is the internet. So it's just nice to know that they are exactly who they portray themselves to be. And it was so easy. It was not uncomfortable at all. And it was just so natural. And I also really like this little sphere, little group, little bubble that we have. And I am afraid that I'm going to be so precious about it. I obviously have kids and a husband, and it's been very nice for me to exist in a bubble of people where it can just be me, I guess. It's not, they obviously know that I have kids, and they've had to speak to Dave during this entire transaction of getting me here. Like he had to call and just help facilitate stuff a little bit. And it's not that I would ever be opposed to them meeting my family. Like it's not like some secret, but it feels very precious to me that it is the genuinely like last space, last friendships that can exist where it's just me. Obviously becoming a parent, especially, a lot of your identity kind of gets tied up into parenthood, especially when they are young. And I am a stay-at-home parent, so a lot of my identity and day-to-day life feels very tangled with theirs, which is fine. I signed up for it, but it doesn't make it any less exhausting. And I've had so many just like mental breaks about like, do I exist? Or is just me as a mom exist now that I have kids? So it was very refreshing and so rejuvenating for my brain to go and exist as I am, and also with people who don't have any preconceived ideas of who I might have been in the past, which is also very refreshing for me as well. But so it's just, I'm going to probably be precious about it. So when we do plan our next trip and outing, we will see if I'm still like, nope, this is still just a space for me. We will find out. We'll see where I am mentally and emotionally at that point. But it's just been so nice. Now, ahead is the traveling. So I'm flying from Manchester to Dublin, from Dublin to Boston. And my first flight tomorrow is at 9:30. So I should be at the airport, which is literally a 6-minute walk. It is right there. And the terminal that I need is also the closest one. And I don't think that it's worth me booking and paying for a shuttle from this airport to my terminal. I just don't I don't think that it is. Oh, check in for the airline is open. So I'll do that. Trying to go through right now and get myself all set up, like packing wise, so that way when it's time to go, everything is exactly where it needs to be already. So just setting out the clothes I'm gonna wear to bed tonight, setting out my workout clothes for this afternoon, setting out the clothes I'm going to wear for tomorrow, and choosing what it is that's going to go into my carry-on, because I don't really have a lot of extra things. I don't feel like my bag is going to be too heavy. It's just going to be about making sure everything fits in a way that makes sense. So if you remember, if you were here for some of my decluttering videos, I had a shoebox in my closet and I decided to bring it so that way there'd be just a little extra protection around bringing home snacks. So we've got some crumpets in here. I'm gonna put that in the inside bit. We have some Quavers, which I've already had a little pack, but those are for the kids to try. We've got Tim Tams, and I've also stuffed some penguins in there. And then we got some Magic Stars, some Cadbury chocolate buttons. And then these are the leftover snacks from our Airbnb stay. So I think I'm going to eat these today, and then maybe whatever's left of the nut mix I'll have tomorrow. And then we'll stick these hula hoops in. They are not going to be able to fit into the box, but I felt like they were a bit more sturdy than the Quavers were, so that's why they did not get relegated to the box. Little bear friend. Hopefully we can find some shirts for the kids tomorrow when we're poking around the airport. I had brought this in case I was going to do my long run, which I didn't end up doing, which is why I'm going to play around in the hotel gym this afternoon. For my half marathon training, I was meant to do a 9-mile run yesterday, but from running the hills 2 days in a row, I just didn't have that energy within, so I decided that it's fine to do a workout instead. And from the pictures that I saw, the gym has treadmills. It's a daytime travel, so I'm leaving tomorrow at 9 a.m. and even though it's going to be a really long stretch of traveling from the time that I leave to the time that I land in Boston, not even counting the 3-hour drive from Boston back home, it's still gonna be Tuesday. Even with a 7-hour trip, because I'm going back in time. So I'm not gonna sleep. Like, I don't need to dress too extra comfy, just comfy enough for travel, not so much worrying about the sleeping aspect like I was worried about on the way there. I am getting a little bit hungry. It's like lunchtime at the moment, and I'm contemplating going down to the hotel restaurant and seeing what they have. All right, let's go take a little walk around, try to find where the restaurant is, see if we can find where the fitness center is. That was a whole excursion. Found the signs for the gym, never actually peeked into where the gym was, so that was exciting. The restaurant downstairs was doing buffet style, and I asked about the menu part, and the man that was working down there was like, oh, well, the buffet is 15 pounds. Great. Buffet food makes me feel a little funny. Like, the only buffet food I can really get on board with is breakfast. And I think it's because I know that this has just come out. Like, it's not been sat here for I don't know how long on ice. A lot of it's like warm, so if it's cold, you know it's been there too long, and it just has much more of a clear, like, this has not been sat out ruminating for so long. I love a continental breakfast buffet. Like a salad bar style buffet, I have a harder time with. I'm not totally against, but it just doesn't quite settle right for me. I'm gonna see if I can just have it brought to my room. I'm gonna see if I can do some room service. Guest directory services. Here's what it says. It says, press enter on your remote control to access our guest services directory and view our in-room dining menu. I have looked all over this remote. What do you mean enter? There is not a single spot on here that says enter. Or it says down here, press OK to continue. Also does not have an OK button. Okay, here's all the buttons. Menu. Nope. Home. These cookies are so good though. There it is. I had to push it down first. Ooh, room service menu, scan the QR code. Hell yeah. Let's do this thing. I've called. The first couple times it was just ringing. And I just tried to call again, and then I hear the phone get picked up and then put back down. All right, we're in the gym now, and we're going to find something to do. My legs and ankles are so stiff all up and down here. It's just, oh, especially like this part, so sore after running up and down the hilly countryside of Wales. I'm gonna stretch and then probably get on this and then maybe use some of these free weights, I think. I'm just literally going to take it easy, stretch out, just move my body, just play around, just have a little fun, move my body before it's just sitting for all of tomorrow. And look, I can do it's very low down. In all honesty, I'm back, by the way. I was not vibing with that gym. Something about it, I don't know, the energy, or maybe like I just didn't want to work out. I don't know which part, but it was not gonna happen. That was not gonna happen. Now I'm gonna try to call room service again, see if we can get some food, because this is me now. I've done it. I've gone through to the kitchen. I've made an order. It should be up in 30 minutes. So I am going to finally throw on my jams because I have just been lounging on that couch. I'm going to throw on some clothes, finish watching the video I'm watching, and then it's gonna be time to eat. My food should be here. Answered in my jammies, and the poor person delivering it's like carrying this giant tray, but look at this, it looks gorgeous. Got a little salad, I got a little hot chocolate sweetie. Look at this curry and this little naan. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Plus a nice big bottle of water. My water's empty already, so I'm about to tuck in. This is how I looked answering the door. Hi. That was lovely. Totally worth the room service to have that brought up, because there was just the one tray. That's why I tried to like really pile it up, and especially since I'm not gonna eat again until I go for breakfast in the morning, and it's currently 5:41. I needed a lot to like get me through the night and then to breakfast. It was interesting to literally just face myself while I ate, so that was fun. But cheers, I'm working on my dessert hot chocolate. Also very nice. I have truly been rotting in this hotel bed. And I can't tell if that's been a good or a bad thing. I can't quite figure it out. I do know though that I am exhausted. It is 9:30 right now. I am gonna lay down. I haven't decided if I'm going to do more doom scrolling or not. I am gonna call Dave at some point, but I will see you in the morning and we will get this traveling underway. Hello, good morning. I've just come up from breakfast, just went down real quick, grabbed a bite to eat, and now I'm just like planning my walk to the airport. There's not like a clear cut like crosswalk from where I am right now to where I've got to go, which is literally just like there, like the building on the other side. So my biggest obstacle right now is this road and trying to time it up. I think I'm gonna have to like walk up here a little bit and then just cross to the center part and then go across there. I've already seen some people do it, but they have not had the huge suitcases I have, but I think it's doable. I think it's still the right choice to walk instead, but because it's not as early anymore, there is a lot more traffic from the last time I looked out here, but it's gonna be fine. I am doing the last little bit of caffeinating before I head over and go through the whole process of bag checking. I don't want to go up to the airport too early if I can't even drop my bags off yet. And now I'm trying to only limit setting stuff down on 2 surfaces so that way I don't accidentally set something down and forget about it. So we have glass table and then we have my little shelf right here. I think everything else has been grabbed. cool. Questionable fashion choice I've made for both the flight over here and now for my flights back. Because I don't want my toes out for a flight, but I didn't bring sneakers I'd want to travel in. Like, I don't want to wear my running sneakers for traveling just because the way that the soles of them are built, they are made for running, so they have a bit more of like a curve on the top. So they're not comfortable for just everyday walking. So I am wearing my Tevas, but I don't want my toes out, especially if I have to take my shoes off to go through security like I did on the way here. So I'm just gonna throw some crew socks on. I figure it's easier to do something with a pattern just to be like, I did this on purpose. I know it's silly, I did this on purpose. It's just gonna look even more silly this time around because I'm wearing cropped leggings where I wore full length leggings last time, so that's just kind of what it's gonna be. But at least my toes aren't out. Yeah, it is a choice for sure. It's almost time for me to go, so I'm going to finish this, get all strapped into my luggage, and get to step in. That security was just such trash. Oh my gosh, I'll go into the full story once I make sure I get on my plane, but that was awful. So awful. Now I'm just had to sprint through all of the shops. We're boarding right now. It took at least an hour and a half just to do the security bit. I'll tell you more when I can settle down. I'm near the gate. I'm sat next to a trash can, so that's really fun. So first of all, I couldn't have gotten here any earlier to actually prevent anything from happening. Like, I got here on time to the point where I had to let people go in front of me to get checked in for their flight that was happening like an hour before mine. So I did not have to rush out. But then we got to the security bit, and you have to go like down the stairs, go through the line, and then go winding. And then at one point they'll shepherd you off into like a different lane to go through checking. And I had missed it by like 4 people. I had passed the spot, and then she opened it up for the people behind me. I'm like, okay, that's fine. I get up to like the security line bit. I'm finally like in this line. Mind you, it's been like an hour now. And then the scanning, like the bag check scanning line that I was in, closed. They're like, oh, sorry, we need to move you to another lane. So I'm like, okay, we get moved to another lane. In this other lane, takes a bit, and then my bags get pulled for check, an extra check, and I'm just like, okay. I'm watching my bag just sit on the other side, like waiting my turn to go through this bag check. And so like all together it took like an hour and a half, and then obviously the sprint here, I'm on fire. And all of this was made so much better by like a 10-year-old kid from start to finish, just beside me, sniffing and snotting. At one point I felt the air stream out of his nose on my arm, and I'm like, I can't. Can't with this. Get me the fuck out of here. But now I'm outside the gate, and it is 20 minutes until it says that boarding ends, so I am gonna stand up and go stand near it, because all of that fuss, I'm getting on this flight. I'm getting on this goddamn flight. Running I've had to do is absolutely unreal. I'm so sweaty. Obviously I never managed to get the kids a shirt because the rush through the Manchester airport. The Manchester airport was probably my best bet to get anything last minute Welsh. I am so sweaty, so tired. My cards are not working on any machines. My lips are dry as hell. I'm just hoping that I can get a coffee on this next flight. After 7 and a bit hours of traveling on the plane, I read for 7 hours and 18 minutes. I was timing myself, but I finished my book. Now I'm in the car. Ooh, I like your farmer's tan with your rolled up sleeve you got going on. Sorry. Sometimes I forget and I'm vlogging, and then I'll put my camera over the
one thing that's keeping us alive while I'm Some merging.
The mirror we need. But now, just a 3-hour drive home. But a little oh my gosh, I stepped just on the little tunnel from the plane into the airport. So hot. Is this car accurate?
Yeah.
Is it 101 degrees?
Yeah.
Excuse me? Oh my gosh, I was living and loving like the balmy 60 to 62 degree weather. 101? You must be out of your mind.
Been at 101 since I got off the 95.
Bruh. Dave surprised me with a little treat. I was thinking, actually in the airport, like, oh, wouldn't it be so cool if Dave had a little pink Red Bull for me? Pulled up to Sonic. I've never been to Sonic before. I've got some like jalapeno poppers coming. The temperature managed to get to 104 at one point during our drive, which is wild. What am I coming back to and why? I am going to only assume that these jalapeno poppers will hurt my stomach, but that's okay. We're gonna be home in about, according to the sat nav, 2.5 hours. I couldn't wait to wash the plane off of me and the travel off of me, because all together with just the traveling bits, not the little breaks in between, it was like 11 hours of traveling between the plane and the drive. I'm home now. Dave loved his crumpets, big ol' win, and I am ready to just chill and relax and stay up as late as I can to get right back on track with the time here. So I'm gonna end this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next one.